Hey peeps, let's see, what are we gonna paint today? I need to ramp out one sheet for a pen pal, and I don't know what to do. Actually, I do know what to do. We're gonna do a meadow. That's what we're gonna do. I saw the blue, and I said I want a sky. And I want green grass. I don't know who's getting this. I just thought it. I think about who it goes to after the fact. So anyways, come on. So I've got cactus green from this cheap, ooh, that's a lot of green. And then I have a sky blue. We're going to start off with that, and we're going to go from there. I'm going to use this giant paintbrush on this little sheet of paper because I can. And I don't see why I cannot. Okay? It's a nice, clean, worn brush. One of them flat brushes. I have one that's a little bit smaller, but I don't know what to do that. I want to do this, so we're going to do this. There's the reason why it's rusted. My kids have had it, so that's why it looks like it looks. This paper that I'm using is it's from my sketchbook. I can't think of the name of the paper, but it's like multi-use craft artist paper that you can use to paint, sketch, what have you. It's a great paper because it does not soak up the acrylic. Get off of there, whatever you are. And I'm using just a regular poster board to hold my paper on here. Alright, so we've got our sky. It's a nice light blue. I'm going to add some dark blue in there later. Okay? I'm going to use water to get this off. I'm not going to use the acetone because I'm using this brush a lot. I'm going to be using this a lot. We're going to be using, I think, two brushes. The number 8, this flat brush, and guess I'll be using a 0. I'm thinking birds. Birds. So let's add, excuse my son, and they're screaming, having the time of his life. That is life. And this just is what it is. There's nothing you can do about it. Alright. I normally listen to podcasts when I'm painting, but since I'm recording, you get my voice. My nice country southern voice. I love my voice. So anyways, that's the green, that's the meadow. Very basic. As you can see, the light blue does not overpower. And I didn't use any tape to differentiate because it's a little card. That's all it is. It's a little card. Take that green off of this brush. It's not meant to be, something great, wonderful to be put on a wall somewhere where it has to be defined. I don't know what this is, but it's got to go. Use clean brushes, y'all. I'm an amateur. I'm learning as I go. Alright, so we've got that done. We're going to let it dry for a little bit. Not long, because I want to make clouds. I need white. I don't have any white. And I don't have any brown, dark blue. Alright, pause. Be back in a minute. Alright, I've gotten my white, which I think I have white. I just don't know where I put it. But this white will have to work. It's from that bunch. I don't want my son has to be, I just told him to be quiet. You don't listen. Kids don't listen. And I'm going to use a snake. I use a snake of white, so we're going to use a snake of blue. This is Sapphire. That's what it's called. And what I'm going to do is use this number 8 brush. I'm going to grab a little bit of blue and a little bit of white. I'm going to mix it together. I need more white. That's too... I'm not trying to match that color. What I'm trying to get is a cloud. That's what I'm trying to get. Alright. And you dab it. Dab, 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 dab. Dab, 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 dab. This is the underbelly of the cloud because you have to think about where your shadows are. That's all. You're thinking about where your shadows are in your picture. Where do you want your shadows? Your shadows. I had to stop again. Some screaming. That's unnecessary. So just think about where your shadows are going to be with your clouds. And clouds, like shadows, are not perfect. Don't make them perfect. Make them cute. Alright, so clearing that off. Get that off of there. I use a microfiber towel to dry my brushes because I do want some of the wetness still in there. It helps the brush move. I've learned that. Alright, then you take this white, dab, dab, dab. And now however you want your cloud to look. It does not have to be perfect. And clouds are not transparent, but for the sake of this picture, it's going to be transparent because I want it to be. Yours doesn't have to be. You can use as much white as you want to. My cloud's going to have a little hook. And I'm going to have to go over it again so it looks more like a cloud. And my brown is starting to bleed into my cloud as well, which is okay. It's not meant to be perfect. It's meant to be created. The brown is from my sunflower deal that I did earlier. Anyways, here we go. And you have to let it dry, because if you don't let it dry, it will not pop up. This kind of reminds me of a picture book. Because it's not, you know, defined. You see the streaks in the back, and that's fine. It's no big deal. You don't have to have streaks if you don't want to. Like, you literally can just you can go over it again and make it more of a blue, a solid blue. It's fine. Let me see if I can get more of these brown pieces out of my brush so my cloud doesn't look like it's got stuff in it, which is okay. I mean, it's not, like I said, it's not anything serious. This is my hobby. I'm not trying to make money off of it. I'm just trying to have fun and enjoy. So anyways, to make this kind of bleed, I'm pushing it this way. I don't have oils, I use acrylics. So to use acrylics and not oils, you have to let them dry or already bleed or blend the color, or try to blend it while it's wet, and you have to work very, very, very fast. I don't work that fast. Not unless I'm getting paid, then I might work fast. Then I might not. I don't know. Depends on what I'm working on. Anyways, so this cloud has a hook. That cloud does not. I have to wait. But you see how that definition of the shadow underneath and the light on top? Yeah. That's what I want. And if that's what you want, you can do the same thing. But I'm not telling you you have to. Where you hold your brush does matter. You can hold it like a pencil, depending on what you're doing. And don't be afraid to move your painting around. It's like exercise, you know. You can only do so much with exercise. And sometimes you have to pick up especially if you're overweight and you're not super skinny, or if you're a woman, or even a man, genitalia. of any kind. You have to move certain parts of your body so it's comfortable. So move your painting. It's not fixed to the table. If you're not liking what you're looking at, fix it. So that you can make it what you want it to be. Sometimes the lighting doesn't hit just right. But yeah, there you go. I might go over that again. I might not. It depends. I might leave it as is. Depends on how I'm feeling when I get done. And sometimes I go over it again and again and again until I get it the way I want to. But I said I wanted transparent clouds. I got transparent clouds. Alright. A little bit of water. See if I can get these black brown pieces out of here. Because I really don't want them in there. It's not perfect, but I don't want them in there either. Alright. There we go. Now, my daughter, I went out there to go get my white. And she said, are you going to make a bunny? I said, no, I wasn't thinking about making a bunny. But now I will. But before I make a bunny, I want to put grass up for the bunny. So I'm using this fan brush. Number 4. It's the Artist Loft brush. Again, do not recommend. But if you're a beginner, it's perfectly fine. Let's see if I can make these fan a little bit more. Learning, 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 learn together. There we go. Alright. I'm going to use some of the cactus. Just kind of brush some of that in there. And fan it out. Just want a little bit. And I'm going to get some brown, which is some cocoa. This is what this is called, brown cocoa. And I'm going to fan it out. And there we go. And the reason why I'm doing this is because grass is not just this Crayola green. And there's some muddy colors underneath. And I'm just trying this just because I want to see what it looks like. Yeah, there we go. So start off with your brown. Mix your brown and your green. And then you take your green and you go over it and you have grass. You can do it this way, where you fan it up sideways, or you can do it like I'm doing this way. Doesn't matter. Getting something of a similar effect. And again, this is acrylic, not oil, so it's gonna dry very quickly. And it's gonna dry even more quickly for me because I have a fan going. Because it's hot in here. But yeah, there you go. I think I like the technique of going sideways better. And you flick your wrist. Flickety flick flick. And the other thing with acrylic is you layer. Do a lot of layering. So you start with a base and then you work your way up. You work your way up like this way from your paper. Because if you don't, it won't go well. So you start with your background and you work your way to the front of your painting. You can't just, like, I don't know how to explain it. Someone who works in acrylic and who is an artist, they can explain it better. Me, I'm just a nice country girl who likes to paint and do random stuff with my painting. I don't know any techniques. I've not been to art school. I just like colors. And I like to make pretty paintings. Did like to watch a lot of Bob Ross. That's another one, but he used oil. And I'm not, you know, this is just my hobby that I enjoy doing. So, anyways, if you don't have a fan brush, you can use any other brush that has like this feather look to make your grass. I'm gonna run through this a little bit more. Now, don't have to be perfect, because guess what? There's another layer that we're gonna go on. Rinse that off. Get that off your brush. Lesson learned from last time. Don't leave it in there. I'm going to use this. Oh, what's on this brush? Number 2 brush to make my bunny. So I can't remember what color this is. I need some water though. It's just dried up a little bit. And I'm going to use my brown. My bunny's not going to be a chocolate bunny. Maybe a light brown bunny. Oh, this is sand. This color right here, this light color right here is sand. I want more light than I want brown. And we're going to try to make this bunny. Alright, my bunny is going to sit in the middle. And I'm going to draw a circle for his bum. And your bunny does not have to be this color. Your bunny can be whatever color you want it to be. This is a circle. And I'm going to have to let it dry a little bit before I add the extra layer. But we'll start here. Yeah, too much movement. And then we're going to make another little bitty round, like a little snowman. Another small circle here. So you're going to circle here. Be gentle with the paint. Don't try to get crazy with it. And circle up here. And now I got to do the ears. So I don't want to use this brush. It's too wide, as you can see as I'm fanning it out on my makeshift palette here. It's too wide, so I'm going to get my 0 so I can have more control. A 0 or a what's this other one I have? This 4. I might use this 4. It has a nice fine felt. Anyways, use the same color. I might not use this 4. I don't know. We'll see. I'll see what happens. Go up to make his ears. It worked out. On each side. Give him some ears. Because bunnies have very long ears. Be patient with the paint. Do not rush it. It's paint. It's not crayons. And it only moves when you tell it to move. When you make it move. Alright, so now we have the bunny butt. And we have the bunny ears. Give me a little bit more to fill in his ears. I'm probably going to have to go over this again, and that's fine. Alright, wash that off to do some detail. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to take this number 3 brush, and I'm going to make some flowers in the meadow. I don't really want pink. I want purple. So this is a lilac. I'm going to dab it here. Well, hold on. I don't have all my paints here. in here. I just have a few. I'm gonna do lilac. Let's see, the color wheel. Let me think. Actually, let me Google the color wheel because I can't remember it right off. So what I like to do is to contrast stuff, my colors, my paintings. So, excuse me, I have green on here, so if I use purple, which is the lilac, that'll work. I have blue on here, so if I use orange, that'll work. And I have brown on here, which is not on the color wheel. So we're gonna go with an orange, which would be a blue. Okay, so I can do purple, orange, and red is a common color as well for the green, but I'm using a lighter green, so it's more of a lighter purple. So we'll just stick with the purple and the orange for flowers right now. Anyways, brush is not still wet, so I'm gonna wet it up, give it a little bit of movement. Give me a little bit of orange. Like I said, this is the number 3. It's got a tapered tip on it. And you're just gonna dab. Dab, dab, dab. Oh, I'll use white as well. I use white as well because, and you just dab. Just a little bit on the tip, nothing major. And dab. Dab, dab, dab. Dab, dab, dab. Dab around your bunny or whatever creature you created. As you go further out, so the focal point is up here close to us, this end of the painting. The not so focal point is out there. So as you're dabbing and you're noticing you're running out of paint, take it and go up here and dab. Because you want it to look faint in the distance. So you go up there and dab. Too much. Dab, dab, dab. Dab, dab, dab. Yes, there can be some a little darker, but just remember, you want them to be faint off in the distance. Okay, and I'm not gonna rinse because I'm taking this little purple, make sure I don't have too much on there, and we're gonna dab the purple. It's a nice contrasting, and this nice contrasting color. Also, when you start to see you run out, take it up here and dab it up here. So it's a faint purple up top. But you have your heavy purples down here close to you, and your lighter purples back there. And they don't have to be perfect. Now, if you want to, I can understand someone making very geometric, hard line shapes. That's fine. You can do that too. It's your painting. Do what you want. I wish I had silver, but I don't. I didn't buy silver. I bought gold and bronze. My bunny is almost dry, but not quite. White. Let's rinse that off. I don't want to mix the white with the color. Dry it off as much as you can. Dab you a little white in there, just a smidge, not much. And you're not going to heavily do the white. The white is more of just an accent color to bring out, hey, there's color here, you know? White is a good complementary color, but it's not going to be heavy. It's not a heavy dab. It's a very light dab, you know? And if you don't know, now you know. It's a very light dab, randomly put throughout there. I like this painting already. It turned out well. Okay. Now I'm going to go back over my bun. I'm going to use the number 4, the long little brush feather end to do this part. Let's see, let's get some of that light and that brown mixed it in. And we're gonna go over the bun again, cover in that green. Nah, I don't like that. Let me use this one. Hold on. Yeah. And just take your time. No rush. Painting is not a rush. Sounds chaotic in my background, but no one's dying. They're just being loud like they know. Well, he is being loud because my daughter is not that loud. It's just him. And he's about to, oh no, he can't. But I would send him down for nap, but I have things to do in a little bit and he has to be awake. Or I would make him because, oh boy, all that hollering. And it might not even be that loud. Literally might just be by my door. So there's that. Anyways, alright. So I filled in my bunny. So there's not a lot of green. I'm gonna rinse that off. Now for his tail. Yeah, you would think do white because white cottontail. I'm not gonna do white because I don't want to do white. What I'm gonna do is gold. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use a zero brush. Dip it, dip it, dip it. Okay, use a zero brush. And I'm going to dab his little cotton tail. Alright, and because I went a little over on his tail shouldn't be that big. He's not that big of a bunny. Because I did too much there. Oh, bad habit. I left my brushes in the water. Thank goodness they weren't there for long. I'm going to go back to that brush that I was using. This one with the more firmer tip. And I'm going to take some of that sand color and some of that white. And mix them up right here. Just a little off. And I'm going to give him a little undercarriage right here. Just dabs a little right there. Just a smidge. Not much. Kind of take away that gold. See if we can smear that back down. We did. Alrighty. Oh, you know what would be really cute? I don't know if I can do it though. Because I don't think I have a firm enough brush to be able to do it. This one might. Let's see. No, I can't do it. I've already gone far enough with it. I can't go any further with it, if that makes any sense. Like, what I wanted to do was make a heart shape. Ooh. Because I don't need that much, and I don't want to pour all that out. I wanted to do a heart shape, but I've already made his tail too big. So, he's just going to have a cotton tail. That's just what he's going to have. But a heart-shaped tail would have been so cute. If you can fix yours to do that, that would be great. But I think if I try, I might. Hold on, another idea. No, didn't quite work out, but what did work out was that me adding that extra brown in there like that gave my bunny a little softer color. But it's okay it didn't work out. I'll remember it for next time, or I might not. If I don't remember it for next time, you wanna know what? It's okay. It'll be a new idea. What I'm trying to do is kind of give my gold bunny tail a little bit more room to be a bunny tail. Alright. There's my bunny tail. There's my bunny in the field. All done. Looks cute to me. Hope you enjoy yours. Thanks for watching.